So with that, I'm pleased to announce 3 very forward-looking Edison Awards finalists in energy and sustainability. Here they are. The first is Bixie, Montreal's public biking system. This is the first public biking program in North America. In September 2008, public officials in Montreal, Canada, launched a program to reduce transportation costs and carbon emissions. They offer their residents ready access to cheap public transportation. Bixie is a word which combines bike and taxi. Individuals can use one of these bikes to ride through Montreal for free for less than 30 minutes, and they pay just $1.50 for 60 minutes or $78 for the entire year. Arm & Hammer Essentials Cleaner, a line of 3 household cleaners which allow consumers to purchase a refillable trigger spray bottle and a concentrate cartridge in the store. Consumers fill the empty reusable bottle at home with tap water and twist in the Arm & Hammer Essentials Cleaner's concentrate. The easy-to-use plastic bottles can be reused up to 7 times. The eco-savings in carbon emissions from the reduced production of plastics is equivalent to removing 70,000 trucks from the road, saving 18 million gallons of fuel, and preventing 40 tons of carbon dioxide emissions. And finally, Paradigm Earth Study 360, a software program that allows geoscientists to precisely locate new oil, coal, and natural gas deposits beneath the Earth's surface. Paradigm's Earth Study 360 is a shift away from the 2-dimensional slices that geologists were using previously and takes seismic readings that can transform thousands of terabytes of seismic data into 3-dimensional color-coded images. The precision this product creates allows geologists to recommend drilling options that can significantly reduce extraction costs, and I've forgotten my envelope, so. Thank you, Lewis. So, the 2009 Edison Best New Product Award winners are, God, this is tightly sealed. Bronze, Paradigm Earth Study 360. Silver, Arm & Hammer Essentials Cleaners. And gold, Bixie, the Montreal Public Biking System. Congratulations.
Well, another very important category today, as we deal with sprawl, is transportation. And here to introduce the 2009 Edison Award finalists in this important category is Mr. Jonathan Cropper, Managing Director of Future Logic. Future Logic provides chief executives of multinational corporations with transformative communications and branding solutions. Jonathan has also had a distinguished career in marketing at Young and Rubicon, where he created a global think tank that explored the impact of mobile telephony on culture. Prior to his days in the advertising world, Jonathan was Senior Communications Manager for Nissan North America. He was acknowledged by industry trade publication Brand Week as the best marketer under 40 in America. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Jonathan Cropper.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the invitation to be here today. As someone who has a really deep love affair with planes, trains, and automobiles, I'm really happy to be here. And as I was contemplating the relationship between transportation and this incredible brain, Thomas Edison, there were 2 core ideas that came to mind. The first thought was, I don't think that Thomas Edison would describe transportation as some kind of a mechanized thing that moves people around, because transportation is actually a human need state. We, going as far back as we can remember, imagine transportation as a need to explore, a need to go outside of our core boundaries. So I don't think that Thomas Edison would have thought of transportation as some kind of a machine, but he would have thought of it in a more, I guess, kaleidoscopic kind of way. The other thought that came to mind as it relates to Thomas Edison and transportation is that there's no way that you could think of it as a frame, as you have to have grown up or have somehow lived in this world of transportation as an industry to be able to contribute. For example, it was really interesting to discover that it was a French gentleman named Pierre Michaud, who was a blacksmith, who actually came up with the idea for the bicycle and was the first to actually commercialize the bicycle in a kind of mass production kind of a way. Or one of my favorite figures, Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, who without his inventiveness we might not have the kind of advanced thinking that led to the mobile phone or the idea of space travel. Gene Roddenberry was a pilot, and then he was a cop in the LAPD for 7 years, while at night going home and writing his ideas about Star Trek. He wasn't a scientist. Or the fact that Orville and Wilbur Wright had a bicycle shop. They were repairing bicycles. They weren't engineers, they hadn't gone to college, but yet they created a technology that has transformed society. Or imagine Mr. Edison himself, who had such a multivariable thinking and helped to transform society in this field. Or even, here's another unusual one, Louis Vuitton, the master of French leather goods. He had two sons who, come to find out, basically took up the empire, but they were obsessed with cars. They actually built prototype cars themselves. They built a prototype helicopter and even put a leather Louis Vuitton tent on top of a car, creating what in essence you could argue was the first mobile home, a Louis Vuitton mobile home. So I could see myself living in a Louis Vuitton mobile home. And Edison is, when you think about the possibilities that what he represented as an individual, and that all of us have the potential to be inventors and to create transportation systems, maybe even the telephone is a transportation system under this idea. And so thinking about two companies that we're here to celebrate today who have created transportation systems completely different in idea but the same in spirit would be Trek bicycles. Trek has built this high-performance touring bike with a frame weighing less than 2 pounds, which is staggering, bringing innovation of daily cycling to and merging that with speed and strength, something that no other manufacturer in bicycle manufacturing has ever achieved. And although the retail price of the Trek bike exceeds $2,000, in this challenging economy, consumers are purchasing the bikes as an alternative to auto transportation. The second form of transportation is the Worldwide Telescope from Microsoft, an interactive software program developed in conjunction with NASA and several universities in response to heightened public interest generated by NASA's Mars rover missions. The software is the first of its kind ever, allowing individuals of all kinds to take guided tours of the universe, and even with narrated music. It was amazing to see the presentation in the reception area. And custom tours are being created by all sorts of people, scientists, as well as children and beyond. The 2009 Edison Best New Product Award winners: silver, Microsoft Worldwide Telescope, and the gold, the Trek Madone.
Consumer packaged goods represent one of the strongest engines of our economy. By gauging where consumer demand is heading, marketers and product developers can assess which new products will have the best chance of succeeding.